Meanwhile,
We're currently
we are
surrounded
joined by the British Collective. Hello.
Here we go. Hello. How are you?
How are you? Do you want to name yourselves as we go down the line? Hello, stranger.
I'm Lee John of Imagination.
I'm Junior.
I'm Omar.
I'm Donny. And I'm Noel.
This is a proper supergroup.
This is amazing.
Isn't it the best?
We've met loads of times.
We have had some great conversations.
I'm trying to remember where we've met, at theatre or in my studio.
In your studio.
This is it's Tony Blackburn's night. This is what we've been saying.
Yeah.
What is his contribution to soul music?
He's a legend, he's a legacy, and he supported, British funk, British soul music for so long, and he's even supporting us right now with the British Collective. He's playing the new single, Romantic. So we are part here to celebrate British soul music as a collective, and it's a fantastic feeling.
Can I ask, how did you guys get together? Because this is a fantastic lineup, isn't it?
It kind of started with Donny's track Spiritual on his album.
I had a track Spiritual on my album Little Star, and I thought I need some more people to help me out. Yeah, so I thought let me call Junior. And then we ended up calling Omar and then Lee and then Noel, and we all, when we heard the sound, we thought we got to do an album, so here we are, man. So that's why we recorded Romantic.
Got together.
So when does the album come out, by the way? Is it?
The album should be ready for March release. I reckon we can finish it by the end of the year. Don? Hopefully. We'll finish it by the end of the year. And then we'll have it ready for March, and then we're looking to come out and play live on tour so that everybody can come and see the British Collective.
So what's it like with, I've got to ask, so 5 solo stars, 5 big egos, I presume, or reasonable egos.
You don't seem
like it. Actually, it doesn't seem like it at all.
The tray of
because I
lines.
think we all know one another as friends throughout the industry. So the ego thing is kind of like out the window. We just want to make good music, that's what it's about.
It's just about enjoying playing with each other, I guess, yeah?
Yeah, there's lots of...
Well, you could have put that better. That's a whole different
I could have
show.
done.
Whole different slant, that one, isn't it? Yeah, I like.
Well, as long as you're happy, I don't mind.
When I loved it when you said that you needed to get your mates round, and then when you heard the sound, how long did it take to get the sound? Be honest.
How long? Not very long, because all of these guys have their own. I grew up listening to all of these cats, so to have them all on one project, on one song, the sound was just there
I
instantly.
think everybody, because we all have our own sound, it was a matter of trying to see how it blends with voices. Because they're all musicians and because we're all singers, you have a good idea of a baritone and when it works with a tenor and when it works with a different voice again. And because of that, I think it was easy for us to be able to listen to one another's voice and say, that will work in this part, Donny, that will work here with Lee, that will work there with Noel, that will work there with Omar.
We know voices, as I said, because we know one another as friends, because we know one another in the industry, but as friends. So we sing, we mess about singing, so it was inevitable that something like this was going to happen, and we were all ready for it, so the timing was right.
Have you played Coco's before?
Many years ago when it was the Camden Palace. Yeah, the Camden Palace, yeah.
Oh, loads of listeners will remember that, actually. I mean, it was called, what's in a name? I mean, the decor's the same, isn't it?
Exactly the same. It's still got the vibe there, It's about the music.
So who wrote the tracks, by the way, for the album? Who actually wrote it? Did you all write it together?
For the album, we all wrote.
Like everybody. Well, what we did was everybody contributed 2 songs, and then we put it in the pot, and then we've done a lot of co-writes with that as well. So there's just so much material, but we all contribute.
We were talking to Linda Lewis about the role that Tony Blackburn played in her career, and you've just said, he's still playing a role because he's still playing your single. And it's so important, isn't it, really, that there are people like him out there playing new tracks. Because it must frustrate you, mustn't it, when you hear the same thing again and again?
I think it's kind of like anything. When you're making music, right, you always want to make music and continue to go forward with music. So when people continue to play your old stuff, it's lovely because you know that it touched them and everything else. But it's just like anything else. You're a human being and you move forward, right? And we've moved forward, but we still enjoy what we've done. It's a bit like going back to, do you remember Michael Jackson did a thing on TV years ago? And he turned around and he sang some songs and he said, that was then and this is now. Well, that's exactly what it is. We made music, and what you will hear tonight is what was, and you will hear what is tonight when you listen to the British Collective.
So is it
Old
nice,
and new.
And is it nice coming
Very
together?
much so.
Is there something fresh about the 5 of you that gives something greater than the things when you were separate?
Most definitely, because we are more mature, we're older, we're more experienced, all of those sorts of stuff. So
Some of us are more mature than us.
yes, Omar.
Older.
You'll never be old. Never, ever
Don't
be
do age, baby. We don't do age.
had to stay there.
Do not do AIDS.
I've never met a more chilled out bunch just before they go on stage. It's
There's other
unbelievable.
reasons for that. Talk about that. That's why
Yoga.
Experience. It's
Yoga.
experience.
Talking so much right now, Your Honour. All right, thank you.
Yeah, they've just never experienced. They've been around. What's to be nervous about?
So now listen, what up for the people at home, because we are going to be recording what you're playing and then playing out on our radio show. So just give us a heads up on what you are going to be.
Well, we start
playing
with
tonight.
we start with a medley of all the tunes that people know us for, and then we're going to break it down into a couple of the new tunes that are exactly similar.
And are you going to be performing live anywhere else in London once the album's out?
Not this year, but next year when the album comes out, we're looking to do a tour. So basically tonight is us getting ready for that day, and moving it forward from there.
Well, what a coup for us. Thank you so much,
Thank you
guys.
so much for joining us,
And
guys.
good
Good luck.
luck.
Have a brilliant gig.
How
exciting is that?
fantastic.
Then? So,
Just how cool. So that was the British Collective, and they are the coolest bunch of people, just literally
actually, they are.
seconds before
I think
they go
what I love about it is, I think I bought every single by every single one of them.
Yes.
I just sit there going, I've got half your back catalogue. It's in my. It's
And
like
I'm
on
trying
my.
to remember.
It's on my iPad.
I've met you, Lee John,
But
so
looking
many
forward to
times in so many
to
situations.
joining it, new guys.
It's good, isn't it?
It really is.